All right, let's talk about one of the most underrated but absolutely game-changing skills for any systems administrator: writing things down. Yeah, documentation. I know, it's not glamorous, but it is the one thing that truly separates the smart, effective admins from, well, everyone else. So let's kick things off with the one lie we've all told ourselves.
This, right here, this is probably the biggest lie any admin tells themselves. We've all said it. We've all thought, that's a tiny change. I'll remember it. And we have all been wrong. Trust me on this one. Future you is not going to remember.
You know, you think it's just a small thing, right? That little group policy tweak you made late on a Friday, that one firewall rule you opened up for a quick test, the registry key you had to edit to solve some weird niche problem, the script you updated, the one VDA you had to patch by hand, the load balancer probe you disabled just for now. Each one feels totally insignificant at the moment, but trying to keep all of this in your head, it's a losing game, my friend. And all of this builds right into what I call the admin's biggest lie. Because those little, seemingly harmless, forgotten changes, that's exactly where the big, ugly problems come from. In a complex environment, especially something like Citrix, every single undocumented change becomes a permanent, invisible part of the system's DNA. And this really shows you just how complex that DNA is. I mean, look at this. You're not just managing one thing. You're trying to navigate this crazy maze of policies, apps, user profiles, networking, storage, registry keys, certificates, the whole shebang. When you make a change and don't write it down, the system itself forgets why it happened, but it never, ever forgets the consequences. So what happens when we forget? Well, it's like creating a ticking time bomb. And that brings us to the very real and very high cost of forgetting. This is where undocumented changes can lead to absolute disaster. Let me tell you a quick story. This is a real-world scenario. Everything's running great. Users are happy, login times are a nice, crisp 18 seconds. This is your baseline. This is peace and quiet. Then, someone makes a small, undocumented group policy tweak after hours. All of a sudden, login times just skyrocket to 70 seconds. The help desk is flooded with calls. Management is breathing down your neck demanding answers. Panic starts to set in. And nobody has a clue why this is happening. The result? A 3-day outage. 3 days of frantic, blind troubleshooting, all because one small, forgotten change brought the entire system to its knees. That, right there, is the true cost of not writing things down. And what's really interesting here is how this frames the two paths you can take. On one side, you have tribal knowledge. It's fragile, it's temporary, and it disappears the second a key person goes on vacation or, worse, leaves the company. It literally walks out the door with them. On the other side, you've got documented knowledge. It's resilient, it's shared, and it turns chaotic updates into predictable, manageable events. This is exactly why documentation saves environments. It's not about creating busy work or paperwork. It's about turning that chaos we just talked about into clarity. It's the one tool that gives you real, actual control. And let's talk about the personal benefits here. Because writing things down doesn't actually make you slower. It totally transforms how you work. You become more consistent, more confident in your decisions, way more prepared for any crisis. Your team and your managers trust you more, which makes you more valuable. And maybe best of all, it makes those inevitable outages 10 times less scary. Okay, so how do we actually do it without getting totally bogged down? The key is to keep it simple. This is not about writing a novel for every little change. It's about capturing the essentials with a really simple checklist. Here are the 5 essentials. Number 1, what did you actually do? Be specific. 2, and honestly, this is the most critical part, why did you do it? The why is pure gold during an incident review. 3, what did you test? 4, what are the potential risks? And finally, the absolute lifesaver. How do you roll this change back? That last one alone can save your skin during a late-night outage. But let's think even bigger for a second. This isn't just about protecting the system. Good documentation is like career armor. It's tangible proof of your thinking, your process, and your value to the whole organization. Ultimately, documenting your work is the clearest signal of a senior mindset. Think about it. Junior admins are reactive. They're always chasing outages. Senior admins are systematic. They prevent outages. Juniors leave chaos behind them. Seniors leave breadcrumbs so other people can follow, learn, and build on their work. And here is the career secret that nobody ever tells you. Clear, consistent documentation builds trust with your managers and your colleagues. That trust is what leads to bigger, more interesting opportunities. And you know what those opportunities lead to? Promotions. It really is that simple. So let's bring it all full circle. Smart admins don't rely on the hope that they'll remember. They don't gamble with their environment's stability. They rely on documentation. It protects the environment, it protects the team, and at the end of the day, it protects their future. So I'll just leave you with this one final thought. The next time a crisis hits at 2 a.m., and you know it will, and everyone is scrambling looking for answers, what will your notes say? Will they be the breadcrumbs that lead everyone to a quick fix, or will there be nothing at all? The choice is yours.
Hi everyone. First of all, thank you for watching this video. My name is Naresh. I am the content creator behind this YouTube channel. I have created a community for Citrix learners where I will be posting a lot of details on Citrix products and how to work in Citrix environments. I'm going to mention the link in the video description so you can click on that link and you can become part of the community. All right, see you soon. Bye-bye.